built this club from nothing. And I loves it.
Welcome to episode 7 of In The Dugout. Today we are joined by Bonamine legend Keith Brooks. Keith, how are we, buddy?
I'm okay, mate. Good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Been away, done anything nice recently?
Yeah, we had 4 days in Brecon, mate, with a motorhome, which is lovely.
Nice.
Our maiden voyage.
Yeah, was it good? Everything go all right?
Yeah, we stayed on a farm, a working farm. And funny enough, the guy whose farm was played against us in a final in the
Really?
centre.
Is it?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
what did he have anything to say about it?
I didn't have a chat with him, but one of the boys was with, I had a chat with him, and he said he remembers the day well, and he said it was a good day out, like.
So
Big lad as well. He was happy.
Yeah. Is it the 12? Is it? Was it the 12? Quite short, stocky lad, like. Yeah, he was a good player as well. Fairness.
Yeah, he was a big lad.
Good
stuff.
Stuff.
So nice break, mate. So I'm back in the horse now, as they say.
Back onto it now, mate. Thanks for agreeing to do this, mate. I've been looking forward to this for ages, and I know a lot of boys have as well, mate. So I know you've had a bit of a stressful time to come up with your team, but hopefully today now we can get this off your chest, and we can you can have a big relief then, mate, when this is all done.
Yeah, I know everyone's been a bit stressed, as I've heard on previous episodes. So I'm no different at all.
No, great stuff. Keith, we'll go straight into it, pal, right? So what's your first memory of Bonamine?
Quite a strange one, really, because when I was a kid, there was no mini section at the club. So a local lad from Winchwen, went to Cumglass School. And my sort of first influence on rugby was a guy named Keith Day. Loved his rugby, young teacher, very enthusiastic. So we sort of played rugby behind the school against other schools. And then one particular day, we arranged a game. I can't remember who it was against, but it was up on the club, on the bottom field.
Yeah.
And being a child, it's just a game of rugby, really. But I remember, being on that field. And again, we were only 9, and it was like 15 aside.
Yeah.
Full contact from the off. None of this tag or touch or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thrown straight into it. But so that was the first recollection of actually playing on the fields.
Wow.
And school rugby was quite prominent. Back then, it was quite sort of well supported as well.
Yeah.
But the club rugby, as regards to mini rugby, wasn't there. So I didn't sort of play junior rugby until sort of under 12s.
Okay.
So we went up to, so up to sort of comprehensive school. I was back then, say under 11-year-old and under 12s as it would be.
Yeah.
Lots of the guys I was in school with went to play for a club named Minnesbach,
right,
which is the old Pelham school, based over there. So
yeah.
But so a lot of the guys from my sort of school side went over there. But then the rest of us then played for Bonamine. I don't know how it came about. I can't really remember, but someone said, Bonamine have got a junior section, and I just have a go on it. So okay. So the dregs of that school went over to play for Bonamine, and that's really where it all started. So on to, and I can't remember I remember playing 12s right through to 15. Sorry.
Yeah.
But remember the sort of the Sunday mornings, and my dad didn't have a car, you know what I mean? So outside you'd be working on Sunday, so I'd be relying on lifts, and but that was the whole package really. But I do remember the sort of soup, the hot soup on a Sunday after the game for the bread and butter, you know what I mean? So good early sort of recollections. But when the blackcurrant squash after training on the Tuesday, on a Wednesday, I think it was a Wednesday. So but it was good to sort of get involved, with your friends. And I remember on a Sunday morning being keen as mustard, knocking on mates' doors, like, we playing this morning.
Great.
No, come on, get out of bed, like, you know, and
just get up there.
Some would and some wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
who is in your team then, Keith?
Well, a couple of guys, local boys, a lad named Kevin Richards who lived 2 doors up from me, and a couple of other guys. Another guy, Michael Johnson, played. But the 2 other lads we bumped into for the first time was Ian Jones and Stuart Williams.
Oh wow.
Yes, but them 2 guys were a year older than me in school year.
Okay.
Of course, they didn't have an age group to play with, so they sort of dropped down to us.
Yeah.
Which was, you know, Ian was a big lad then.
Yeah, it's handy to have him, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, massively, you know. So again, you know, they were a good plus for us, but you know, we didn't win many games. You know, it's quite funny. You know, I go home after the game and my mum would say, wasn't the case of how did it go today? It was a case of how many points did you lose by? You know what I mean? Thanks, mum. Yeah. So black eyes. You know what I mean? So it's quite.
It's character building, that is, Keith. That's all about character building.
Yeah, you know. So I say we didn't win many games, but you know, I remember one particular game. We played a touring team. I can't remember where they were from, and they were huge. And all I remember, one of the dads shouting, "Tackle them, no, boys! Yeah. We couldn't catch them. We couldn't catch them to tackle them, no. No, take off, man."
That is a famous saying, isn't it? Go low, go low. These guys are massive, big boys. Could run like hell. Go low, yeah. It's a bit easier said than done, like.
Yeah, we were doing our best. We just couldn't get near them.
Yeah,
but, yeah. Good memories. Good memories. I gotta say.
You played through N. Keith, you go into youth then? Do you play youth up there as well?
Yeah, so I'd say most of the boys who went to Minutes Park, I'd done a season under 16s with them.
Yeah.
But they were quite established by that point. So, you know, I sort of come back maybe a month at the end of the season. And I had a final game on under 16s with the youth.
Right.
And there's some characters in the team, you know. And but I played in the back row of all places. Yeah. That's where I sort of that's where I started out as a kid, you know. But
I can see you back row, Keith. I can see you. Fiery, yeah. Get your head stuck in.
Come on, I'm quite calm, Stuart. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was a sort of first, only one game. That was the last game of the season, and I thought, well, this is all right.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you could go in the club, and you know, being the younger one, you could have a shandy or a beer. You know, because you were safe in the club, you know.
Yeah.
And I sort of just fell in love with it from that point. And I thought, I like this.
Yeah.
So yeah. So then moving forward, then I think I had 2 seasons in youth because it was a case of when your birthday fell.
Okay.
So my birthday fell before the January deadline. I was in November, so I only had 2 years youth.
Right.
Which were fantastic years, mine, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I think that's the sort of the not the making of you, but you know, you left school, you know, you start socializing with your friends as well, and
you
know, and you know, you meet them guys from other clubs, and it's great, you know. So some great stories from youth days, mate, I gotta say. And you know, I remember the first year in youth, right? And I had to do a bit of research as you gotta do for these things, like. Yeah. And there's a guy he was a year older than me, and but he used to he lived in Sketty.
Right.
He's a local lad, but they moved to Sketty. His name was Di Sullivan, right? Absolute mad as a box of frogs. But he used to roller skate from Sketty.
Shut up! No way.
No, I'm not messing, right?
Up Kevin Road.
Yeah. He'd roller skate from Sketty. He'd train and he'd roller skate home.
No way.
Right? And he was mad as box frogs. And one particular game, right? But he loved his motocross as well.
Okay.
So we again, we were my first in youth, so we played Pontedilla away. I'll never forget it. And he said we get down in bare bones, and Des was the coach, and he said we haven't got up. Yeah. I said I'll play, yeah. I'll play. No worries. Right? Never been in front row for my life. So this boy Di Sullivan, right, was into his motocross as well. But back in the day, you know, speak to Charlie Kennison and Ian Jones of the world. Yeah. They wore shin pads.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Because they put the limps into you, like. Yeah. So I said, well, I got no shin pads, man. So this Di Sullivan said, I got some shin pads. he actually had motocross shin pads. So I've got these.
No way.
Not the rigid type shin pads. I've got them on. I haven't got the biggest of legs. My shins, right, were bigger than my thighs. It was insane. It was. Honest to God.
Oh,
but,
brilliant.
Oh, I tell you, I only lasted half.
Yeah.
That pressure in the front row, I just like time out.
No.
Get me out of here, man.
Oh gosh.
But he was a great character.
Yeah.
And as I said, that's where we meet all these boys, and tell you, he's still mad to this day.
Yeah, but, it's the making of you in youth rugby. It is the making, because you've got a lot of people drop off, and they, like you said, they find different interests and whatever. And you seem to find the boys who kind of come through youth and quite solid coming through youth. They just get this bond, and have a bit of a bond with everybody, and then you're friends for life. Then, do you know what I mean? And it's hard to get away from the club then when you're in there then.
Massively, mate. And I remember, like, all the boys that said from school. We were sort of in youth together. The guys came to Bonamine from in the back 16s. They're all local lads, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were all in school together, and we had quite a strong team, and so the first year youth, I was obviously a big, massive learning curve. But then into the second year youth, then we were quite a decent side, quite a formidable team, and some strong players in there, and. We were tipped, funny enough, to actually do well in in the Welsh Cup because of the squad we had, and we got knocked out the first game.
Oh no!
So taps well away, and there was a bit of a thing with college rugby and youth even back then.
Yeah.
And the bulk of our lads were sort of in college, and so we still had strong side, but you missed 6 or 7 players.
Yeah.
It was a big impact on the team, so. But youth rugby is superb, mate.
Yeah,
every minute of it.
You can remember those losses, mate. Especially in youth rugby. I don't know what it is. Like, I can remember a couple of bad losses. I remember losing the semi-finals of the Welsh Cup up in Blackwood away. I remember, just devastated. Like, my first year it was actually. And we had a good side as well. Like, I remember going up there and losing, and it was it was tough going. But you remember that? I know the youth games. The losses, they kind of they stand out a bit more. I don't know what it is.
So they do it, and they stick and they hurt, don't they?
Oh yeah, still, like you can still remember Taft's well away, and all those years ago, like crazy.
I'm sure the scores are like 14-10.
Yeah, God.
Something like that. It was a tight game, but absolutely gutted. But great days, mate.
Can you remember moving up then, Keith, into senior rugby, but?
Yeah.
Can you remember your first game?
The first game. I remember coming into senior rugby and off the back of a very good youth team.
Yeah. And
the obviously the seniors are well established, so the young kids on the block, so. But I remember the first game, and actually I was picked for the third team, and I was quite miffed. On too.
Yeah.
Obviously a young buck coming up, and he's a kiddie, like.
Yeah.
And I remember on the I think it was on the Saturday, approached the coaches and said, look, I'm a bit disappointed I'm in the third team, like, and off the back of a successful youth team and a good season, blah blah. And I was told in no uncertain terms, well, that was youth, wasn't it? This is senior rugby. No one knows you, fella. I was like,
oh wow.
but they don't today, you know what I mean? And,
that's right. Yeah.
So but first game was with the thirds up in Cumtock, and as it goes, Steve Shadrack was playing out at half. I was 9, he was 10.
Oh, brilliant!
10, yeah, and so that was a bit of going up to Cumtock, because when we were in youth, we were playing like the Swans youth and Leith youth. All the nice changing rooms and all that goes with it, isn't it? Playing on lovely fields. We got to Cumtock, and we change it in the village hall down, but next to the church.
Yeah.
And then where's the field then, Buzz? We trips, you know, up this gravel path now, up the top of the mountain somewhere. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, it's just senior rugby, like, yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, the referee checks you studs in the change room, and we got to walk up a gravel path then.
You go like that to that, like.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, but yeah, you know, so, you know, again, you know, that's where it's at. You're on your kid. I mean, I was only 18.
Yeah.
I've only had 2 years in youth, so I was only 18. And yeah, that was in September of that year. And yeah, you know, it was baptism of fire, and, you know, that's where it's at.
That's spur you on,
Keith.
Spur you on to get to the first and second team then from that experience.
Hugely, mate. You know, the sort of 3 senior teams are well established, and some very good players throughout. You know, so you know, I just sort of knuckled down and worked a little bit harder and in training. And I remember one training session. I don't know if John Treg will remember this. He might do. Pretty much in the summer of that year. Okay. We've done all the training and what have you. And they have a game at the end. The game was full contact. There was no, like, you know,
grab they call it these days. Yeah,
you know what I mean, full contact. So I'm playing scrum half now. Ball comes off the top of the line out. I get rid of the ball. John Treg goes straight through me. Just smash me off the ball. I thought, oh, whoa, I wasn't expecting it. You know, that didn't happen in you. Like,
no.
Next line out, I passed the ball. He done the same thing, went straight through me again. No, give me a clip on the way through. I was like, oh man, come on.
What's going on here? Like, yeah.
I thought, right, okay. The third time, I passed the ball. I was waiting for him.
Yeah.
And we then just went toe to toe, and I was pantsing myself. I was only a kid. I was only 18, right? And but no, I got into him, and with all fairness to John after, right? He said, put his arm around me after training. He said, you know what? He said, I was waiting for you to do that.
Yeah.
He said, I was testing you, like.
Oh, what
he said, you hadn't done it. He said, I'd have had you in my pocket all.
Yeah,
long.
You're right, yeah.
But my heart was racing on.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget that one. That was my mistakes. But yeah, so that training was brutal, like.
Yeah.
You know, and I know we do bone and bone these days too, you know, like you guys do as well. But
yeah.
It was flat out, you know. It'd be like fighting and training. It's like, what is this about, man?
Yeah.
But
so the same team, like.
Yeah. But yeah, so you know, it does sort of spur on and think, no, I want a piece of that as well.
The
first team, like.
Yeah, I suppose once you've got that, when you've got the jersey as well, you know, it's probably a bit more pressure on you as well, then, you know, because you've got these boys in coming up thinking, I want that jersey, so it spurs you on to play well and to keep that jersey, you know.
Yeah, so you know, I went through the process too, thirds, seconds, and then you know, I was playing 9. I was playing 9 for the seconds, and then I think Alan Powell was injured. I'd been injured, and I moved into the seconds, and then I think Alan came back and he asked me to play on the wing. I just went to put the jersey on, Stu.
Yeah.
That's
you played anyway,
for me, like. Yeah. You know, so I played on the wing, and I must have had a half decent game because by I think the next time then I was picked to win the first team on the wing.
Oh, awesome! Which
was like the Christmas of my first year really. So I was joining the September senior, and I was in the first team by Christmas.
Oh, amazing!
You know, so and it was you know, it was really a special moment. You know,
yeah.
I made it, but no, nice to put that shirt on and be amongst all them boys.
Yeah.
First team legends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I remember the first game as well. The first team game was Sam Sisters away.
Oh, nice.
Which were poor. They were a good side, you know, decent side. You know, some guys who play for Neath had come back as well, and yeah, you know, I'm up there and I'm on the wing and didn't have a clue, like.
Yeah.
I come off most of my playing career, but
following the rucks, like, yeah.
I was, and people would shout me, Brooksy, get on the wing, man. I was like, oh, right, sorry. You know what I mean?
But that's the infamous coughing corner, isn't it? Coughing corners up in Seven Sisters, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. And it was back to wet in them days, mate.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they must have thought, who's this idiot we got on the wing? Because we're a piece of half, man. But, it was great. I loved it. And, you know, I loved it from them going forward, you know, so I was fortunate to play quite a few seasons then in the first mate, and brilliant. You know, and loved every minute of it, you know, and lived for the Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, good, really
class. Do you know? Obviously, you played many years with Bonwine, first, seconds, thirds. Is there any opposition you think Flipmenic? They're a tough team, the toughest opposition you've come across?
Yeah, there was a couple of teams I have written down here because when I sort of first went into the senior section, we were West Wales back then, and a second was Swansea District. But the old West Wales days, there were a couple of teams. When Ali were a tough side, Pontarddulais were a tough side, and obviously Tumble with the kiddies back then.
Yeah, a few people said that, mate. They were strong.
They were sort of a 10-man rugby, but it was effective for them. And But it was a physical account every time you played them, and if you could get the ball off them, you had a chance. But their pack was so well drilled, mate. But they were always a tough place to play, and and a good village club as well.
You are.
Maybe a tough opponent. Actually, a tough team. I don't know if I've got that the right way down for you, mate. So they were always a tough side, mate. But did you say opponent then, Stuart?
Yeah. So if you come across an opponent, obviously playing on the wing and or scrum half, mate, was there anybody you play against? You think, I'm up for it today now because I know I'm going to be my top performance there. Otherwise, you're going to have a bit of a tough.
Yeah, there was I say Pontarddulais were a good outfit as well, and and there's all the tough side, but there's a couple of guys I played against. There's one lad, Paul Farnworth, for Dunvant. I played against him in school, youth rugby, senior rugby, lightning quick. Yeah. And when sort of Dunvant went to the sort of the Premiership, he was on the wing for them, and a good talent, and you give him room, and he'd rinse you like. So he was a tough one. Another lad then, a couple of games with the seconds, boy Nipper from Penlan. I can't remember his first name, but he had lightning footwork.
Okay.
He do on a sixpence.
You
think you haven't, he's just gone past, but it was one guy though, and I remember I had to text Graham Alexander. That's come off for And I described this guy, and this guy was a huge winger for the day, and his name was Stuart Walters.
Okay.
And he sent me a picture through, right, and I had shivers go down my spine when I seen him. I tell you, he was about 6'4", man. And he was a unit, and he was a real handful, and he wasn't the biggest of guys, and a bit of strength of mine was my D, but he just come down that 5-minute charm, right, like a steam train, and he'd be like thinking, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. If I can
get in front of him,
so many a time you don't know me, and but he was every time we played against him, I was like, oh God, not again, not him again.
You're not for a battle, like.
He was a tough one, man. He was a tough one. But so he was I would say up there for the toughest I played against.
It was always in your head, and if you're playing against a tough team or a tough opposition, I don't know, it's in your head throughout the week as well, isn't it? You just think, I can't wait for Saturday. I know I'm gonna have a good game against this lad, like, and it's it puts adds a little bit more spice to the game then as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it makes you ups your game as well, doesn't it?
Definitely.
You got to be on top form, otherwise, you either you win the battle or he wins the battle, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
So that's the game, like, So back in the West Wales, they went, God, they were tough. And going forward into the Heineken League when they first came about. You asked me about tough teams. I've actually written a couple of down. The tough one for me would have been Treorchy. Treorchy back when it was different rugby to us. We were sort of West Wales, throw the ball around, and it was like, what the hell is this about? And they haven't changed much today, but they were a tough team for me in the West Wales days. In the National League times. And then the obvious one, when I played for the second Swansea District, was Penlan. God.
Good old battles of it.
Oh, Jesus. All the time when bruised knuckles coming off.
You could have done those shin pads, mate. But I bet.
shin pads and boxing gloves up on still. You know, so I think I remember you saying about that Luke Jones.
Yeah. Can you remember that game?
I can remember that game. He's the only player sent off.
He was on the bottom of the ruck when he was getting filled in, like bang. He got sent off. Never had a red in his life. Yeah, no, never had a red card in his life.
Incredible, mate. I was amazed at it. Was
yeah.
But yeah, you know, they were a tough team, mate.
Good times though, man. I used to love them.
Yeah. But yeah, so go on.
Any memorable game that you've been involved in, Keith? Your most memorable game playing for Bournemouth?
Yeah, you know, there was quite a few, mate. Again, early days when I was first broke in the first team, tumble away in Cavalli Cup final. It was 1987. I played in the following year then in the West Wales playoff championship. Both games in Stradi, both memorable games. Unfortunately, we lost on both occasions, and again they were a formidable outfit back in the day. But I think one game stood out for me, mate. Again, I was 19 at the time, and we drew Swansea in the cup.
Okay.
It was a Schweppes Cup back then, you know, and we had a home game, but they were littered with internationals, you know. Gosh, just to be on the same field with them was something special.
That's class.
But yeah, you know, the whole day really, you know, the build up to the game, you know, you just made it feel special than a normal day, you know, and you know, we had I think we had scarves made for that game. And I've still got that scarf now.
Yeah.
So but yeah, the whole day was great, mate. You know, the build up but actually run on our field and play against them boys. Oh man.
Can you remember who you were up against? Who you were marking, Keith?
Yeah, there's a guy named Bladen Taylor.
Bladen Taylor, okay.
Yeah, he sort of he was a Swansea boy, but he played for Pontypool.
Okay.
Came to Swansea. I think he moved to play for Neath then, and but he was like a Scott Gibbs type of player.
Right. Yeah.
Very powerful lad, quick as well, and you know, it was you know, he was a handful. He was a handful, you know, and but yeah, you know, I think you know you come off black and blue for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
of course. You know, I think we did that, you know, and but yeah, that was I think that's
incredible.
My most memorable game, mate. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, so we did play him in '93, mate, and I was in the squad, but I think that year I didn't do myself any chance. I got sent off in the October time.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Not that I'm proud of that, mate. I'm not proud of that at all. But yeah, it was a good squad. I think Ken Ball was coaching us, and Hugh Reese at the time, and the competition for places was phenomenal. I tell you.
Yeah.
And there was 6 or 7 wingers who you know, of equal ability, and it was you didn't miss training because
you were involved.
Out, you know what I mean? And I had a lot of good guys playing, and but we played a tumble again. Tumble away, and it was a young flyer playing for them, Richard Reese.
Yeah, he went on to play for Swansea, didn't he?
He did, and he played for Neath. And again, it's not a proud moment of mine, but all week in training, boys would tell me how good this kid was, you know, and he's Welsh youth and he's Welsh under 21, and all this is running around in my head now. So
Red Rag Bull, I bet, yeah.
Keep your lid on, Keith. Keep your lid on. and he was a good player, you know. And but I tackled this one particular time, and I just caught him in an head, you know, that pure accident.
Yeah.
Pure accident, and he took an exception to it, and he kicked out and caught me in the face.
All right.
So just the red mist descended, and I just got up and just shoved the head in him.
Oh no!
And as soon as I did, I did it, I thought, oh, what have I done?
What have I done for you? Oh God!
So I split his head open, and I split my head open in the process. and the both of us went to hospital together as well. And you know, it was funny looking back. You know, once so funny at the time. And I think Mark John was captain at the time, and you know, all I could do was apologise to him, you know, for being sent off, and I you know, he was quite embarrassed after that, you know. But Yeah, no, and I sort of skipped my chances going forward because, you know, I had something like a 6 to 8 week suspension, which just didn't help, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, I'm not proud of that, but you know, I was in the game. It's, you know, it's
it happens, but
not that I'm a fiery character, Stuart. It's all as you know.
No, it's totally out the character, isn't it? It's totally out the character.
It was, you know. So, but yeah, no, but you know, the boys when they play Swansea, you know, I got to miss out on that, you know, and but the boys, the side select were fantastic selection, I got to say, and done a club superbly proud that day as well, you know, and the win of both halves, I think it was.
Yeah, I mean that's one of my first memories of Bonamine. Actually, I remember being over the far side on the made-up stand in the hammering down rain, watching Bonamine against Swansea. It was it was incredible.
Yeah, no, and and it was great to be sort of involved in senior rugby at that point, you know. And, you know, a great coaching team and you know, great squad of players, and you know, and you fast forward to now, and we've still got a great squad of players too, and that typifies Bonamine for me, mate.
Yeah, you know, keeps churning them out, doesn't he? Yeah,
100%, mate.
Looking back at your playing career, Keith, is there anything that you would have changed?
I don't think so, mate. I know I came to youth from youth rugby at 18, senior rugby, and I finished when I was 42.
Yeah, brilliant.
So, you know,
hats off to you.
You know, and I gotta say, you know, of course, a few more seasons in the first team would play wouldn't, you know, and but to be honest with you, I was happy to just to sort of don the jersey, you know, and you know, even when I was in the seconds, into sort of my sort of early 30s into late 30s, to be playing with a new generation of players, you know, it was a new lease of life for me, and and that's why I carried on playing, mate, you know, and loved every minute with the young lads as well playing, you know.
Yeah, and I can remember being involved with you then, pal, and I was coming out to youth, and I'm playing for the seconds with yourself, and you had a massive influence on myself and a lot of boys my age, mate, just having a bit of an old head there with you, just to kind of look after you, really, because we were going up to places like Penlan, and we were going to Whitland and Narberth and places like that. Like, so we needed the experience. So I don't know if you did appreciate it then, but I hope you do now realize how much you did for us, pal. Because it would have been tough places to go, but it would have been even tougher without boys like yourself, like, you know, and Whiskey and people like that, like, you know. So
you know,
massive credit to you. Yeah,
you know, again, for me, it was like, you know, the sort of mixed blend with youth and you know, senior players was exactly what you need, you know. And I you know, if I could have been any help to anyone, just to someone to chat to, you know,
massively,
games, you know, nerves, and you know, and great, you know, and I'd be in a trench with you as well, like, you know, that's
definitely, 100%.
Yeah, so the old Farmers Arms on the way home, and
mate, sort of I hope we can get sponsored by the Farmers Arms, but because we mention it it's brilliant, but every episode we've had, we've mentioned them, so hopefully we can get a bit of sponsorship for them when this is all over. We'll go down there for a couple of pints. That'd be brilliant.
Man, and I have a stop off in the Farmers Arms.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
was, you know, great times, mate. Great times, and I wouldn't change nothing, mate, at all. Not at all.
Do you know, if you could get a little thirds team running up there, Keith, would you ever put those boots back on, mate? Or?
Oh, Jesus.
I can see it now, see? I can see it.
Well, I'd be nice running in a straight line, but don't ask me to change direction. I
must
fall over. But no, to be honest with you, mate, would I play again? Likely it would be no, mate, but you know, I do miss it. You know, it's in your blood, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you can't. You know, all the years I coached as well. You know, the kids and youth and seniors. You'll never beat playing.
No.
You'll never beat. You know, it's a different aspect of the game, and as coaching, you look at the game differently, of course. You know, but love playing, mate. Love playing.
Yeah, you do miss it, mate. You do miss it. Right then, mate. We're gonna. No, do you know what? Right. Since I thought I'd be worse than what I was, right? So obviously when I finished playing, 32 perhaps, I think it was, something like that. I thought I'd come away from it and coach my boy. and then obviously got involved with coaching and with the seniors, which is great. And there's only been 2 games, right, that I thought, you know what, I really wish I played this game, and that was I can't even remember it. Yslavera home, when we beat Yslavera. We beat them quite well up with us. They went on to win the league. They did really well that year, but
that was an awesome game.
They had to win it. They had to come up to us and beat us pretty much to win the league, and we'd lost them loads of times by like the last kick by a point for loads of games. And I was just like, it was such a buzz up the club, you know. And that was the one game I thought, I really wish I was involved in this. And the other one was obviously Treorchy in the semi-finals. Just to see the crowd up there and everything was involved, like hairs in the back of my neck were standing up just coaching that day. But my gosh, like, I'd be involved in that. Not so much the final, right? Because I think there's a bit more pressure on the semis, you know. But So I might have 1 or 2 little run-outs when I finish coaching, mate. Like you said, it's in the blood, isn't it? It's in the blood.
Yeah. I tell you what I do. If I can wear different colour shorts so you can't tackle me, right? I'll have a game.
That's another bad idea, mate. That's
like the Gladiators.
Yeah, that's what we'll do, mate. That's exactly what we'll do.
Oh, I'll have to wear them tags. You know the tags you rip the
we
tag
get 2 tags. But you can tackle them. Yeah, you can tackle, but they can't tackle you. That's more like it.
Maybe back when I was a kid, man, I'd go and catch them.
Oh, brilliant, mate. So we're going to move on now, but to your Bournemouth 15s, the boys that you've enjoyed playing with over the years, mate. And I know it's difficult for you because you played in so many different eras, because so many players that you can pick from. So, over to you, pal. We'll start on loose end.
Oh, God. Well, again, many a sort of sleepless night. And I've written down the sheet in front of you, mate. I've got 78 players on it. Honest to God, I tell you. You know, it's like, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night and go, another player popped in my head. Write them down before you forget, you know. So, so 78 players, and I've left players out. And I'm thinking, so, sorry, mate. I'm,
don't worry.
Sorry.
Don't worry, mate.
So, Lou said, just look at my sheet as well. Again, there's quite a few lads who come to mind. By Andrew Majors, who's sort of one of the first players I played in this first team with, and good lad. Gavin Thomas, who's just gone to Canada. Gavin was a good loose said.
Nice guy.
By Steve Scannell, big guy, front row. But the lad I've gone from it is a boy named Robert Price.
Okay.
Rob, great loose forward, great scrummager. You know, in a tight, good lad. You know, and he's sort of a good ball carrier. Just had sort of all the attributes. You know, as a loose forward. But obviously, his bread and butter is scrummaging, and good lad.
Good at that as well.
I went on to. I'm sure you want to play for Aberhaven and Bridgend as well. If I'm
amazing,
mistaken. So good lad and good boy to have.
Robert Price, great stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. Hooker.
Hooker.
Do you know we've been blessed with hookers, haven't we? Everybody, every chapter I've had on this with people, like, naming hookers and flipping heck, we've had some outstanding hookers.
Yeah, I got 7 written down, man. You know what I mean? I got to pick about 4 sides, mate. I tell you, it's like, oh, Jesus. So hooker wise, again, you know, it's like Nicky Cunningham, club legend, man. Nicky's my first captain when I came into the first team, and you know what a guy, what a leader, what a player.
Yeah.
You know, gentleman off the field, but on the field is different, like Jekyll and Hyde, man.
Yeah.
So Nicky,
his boys are like that as well. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Andrew Percy. Ed Percy. The boy plays for Scove as captain.
Yeah, good player.
Percy was a good hooker. You know, not the biggest of guys as hooker at the time, but great arm in him. Good lad. Gary Windle.
Yeah.
Another good player.
Yeah.
Went on to
nice
play with armed forces as well. But a guy I've gone for, mate, is Ian Jones.
Yeah, what a player. Yeah.
So Ian, I played through youth, junior rugby, youth rugby, senior rugby. Again, for a hooker, Ian is about 6'2", 6'3", which is unusual for because of the back end, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Ian, great set of hands in it. Tough forward, but his ball handling skills were second to none.
Yeah.
You know, and worked hard in his line-up work as well. But big man on the field. You know, so for me, he's a man for me.
He coached my team. Maybe 15s, I think it was, under 15s. I think we had a strong side, and I think we beat the team, but we weren't great on a Sunday or Saturday, whatever it was. And training then the next week, he just put 2 cones, one there and one in front, like about 5 meters apart. And he said, right, you're running into him, and all you do is run straight, no running side to side, run straight, go around, join the back of the queue, the next person will run, next person will run. We do that for about 30 minutes, and everyone just, and he was just like, right, come on, our defense is going to be better. And there was no hiding place, everybody was there, and I was thinking, flipping, like this guy's nails, like. They weren't my favourite session, I'll be honest with you, Keith.
Yeah, can we go to the wider channel? Like this.
I know my fingernails bringing them down like this.
Yeah. You drive his scruff like that.
Yeah, I had a few collars. I ripped a few collars that day, but what a guy! Massive respect for him as well. So,
mate, he's again, he's top guy, top player.
Right then, but tight dead.
Again, guys written down. I played youth rugby with Andrew Fitzgerald, good tight dead. Old Chalky White, Jerry White, another good guy. Geraint the Farmer, good lad. Alan Bevan was another lad who was strong boy, good tight forward. But I've looked at sort of teams I've played with at the club over the years, and the different sort of generations as well. And I've gone for Andrew Bogine. Bogey was didn't like running too much on the park and like the way he done the blind side, but but and he could play off either head, but tight head, he's rock of the park. And I remember Andrew in training, as a young kid, he'd be on a pad, mate, and he'd be like running into a brick wall.
Mate, ridiculous.
Absolutely solid, and took a bit of a boost from being the fitter side, but he could do his job, and
100%.
Solidify the front row, mate, and outstanding. So he gets my vote, mate.
And he came in and coached us as well, but then he coached the seniors for a couple of seasons, and a lot of boys just massive respect for Bose, and he's done a lot of that club. So thoroughly deserved there, mate. Great stuff.
I couldn't understand, mate. I couldn't understand how he was fitness coach.
Oh yeah, fitness coach. I remember looking at him once. He was standing there blowing his whistle, telling me to run, and I was just thinking, Bose, if you could do it, but I'll do it. But have a bit of respect for him, like. So he was, he's self-proclaimed fitness coach. He was, mate. So self-appointed he was. So dietitian as well. I think he put his name down for as well. But, good guy, mate. Good guy. Lovely guy. Right, second rows.
Okay, second rows. Getting names to mention. Kevin Brooks, great second row, good guy in the field. Brian Jones, another big man.
He's massive. Brian Jones is massive.
Flipping big guy. And someone's big guy in the boiler house. Billy McFenton. Billy McFenton was another tough cook, and like the old diver's boot, as he was known as, he wasn't shy to sticking about either. But another tough guy, But the two I've gone for, mate, I think they both had a bit of basketball experience in them. And the first one's Pat Nolan.
Oh yeah, Pat again,
Yeah, Pat, very good line-out forward as well, mate. And before the lifting days came in as well.
Yeah.
Another good forward, good tight forward. But I think he had basketball experience, mate.
You could tell, in the line-out as well, I bet.
But good guy, good knowledge of the game.
Yeah.
And the other one I've gone for, mate, is It's Stuart Miller.
Wow, yeah, what a player, Miller.
Yeah, Stuart was he came in. I'd say I played with Stuart in the second. Only a little bit. Well, only I think one or two odd games. And McCarthy was coaching at the time. I think I won 2 games in the first team. Stuart was pretty much getting established in the first team, but just an athletic guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Around the park, he could get around the park for a row. Like he was.
He was.
He had a bit of an engine on him as well. So yes, and another great line-out forward. So yeah, he gets my vote, mate.
I think we're Millers as well. I hope you don't mind me saying this. He got better as older he got. When we had him for us at the end, towards the end of his career, when he came back to us with our young team, he was outstanding. He was one of the best players I played with, and hopefully we can maybe get his boots on this season. That's the plan. Anyway, I am on to him, but fingers crossed we can get him.
Again, he as a young kid coming starting off, he had some good guys around him as well. So he learned off them, and he's, as you say, he was a great forward, like.
Yeah, guy. Blindside.
I got a couple of guys' names down here. Mark Sturgis was in the back row when I first could have gotten seniors. Mark was a abrasive player.
Yeah.
Fit guy, get on the field, and the big ball carrier, and but a fit guy. A fit guy. Couple of the guys as well. RJ was another one.
Yeah.
Again, talking different eras now, but RJ was tough as old boots, and loved the dog fight, and good guy to have in a trench to do. But a good forward as well. He was. Done all the dirty work as well. Good guy, So I haven't got so many blindside. I got more open sides, but the one I picked is Kenny Isaac.
Right. Yeah. Kenny.
Oh, Kenny Isaac was, and again, was captain of the first team as well.
Yeah.
But what a ball carrier, mate.
A lot of people said that for him, but
he had the biggest legs I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
But he was quite tall, but he was powerful, man.
Yeah.
And he'd make ground for you every time. And he's tough guy. And I had a lot of respect for Kenny.
He captained up the club as well, didn't he, Keith?
Yeah. Club. Kenny was another one. Quite a gentleman off the field, on the field, different animal. Different animal, like, you know what I mean? It's like, what happened there?
What's going on, like?
Jesus, but
brilliant,
another forward. He wouldn't stand side by side with. They're not opposite.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. 7.
Oh, some good names here. Peter James. I'll just go with Peter. You play youth rugby with Peter. Tony Sturgis, another one. Tony was an exceptional player. Dyers, a lot of years, another good guy. Peter Thorny.
Yeah, was great player.
Was another good lad. The guy I've stuck out in my mind, mate, is Andrew Myers.
Yeah, a lot of people said how good he was, but
he was. Andy was another one. Sort of went through the ranks, of secondary rugby and established himself. But he just, his nickname was the Poacher, like.
Yeah.
Because he'd score twice. It's fun because he'd always be on your shoulder.
Just there,
he'd just pop up, and you think, where did he come from? But good on the park, good over the ball, and another good line-out option as well because Andy was quite tall, as I said.
Okay. Yeah.
But he's a man for me, mate. Andy Myers. God rest his soul.
Yeah, spot on. A lot of people spoke so really highly of him, mate. So superb,
nice
mate.
Guy.
Very deserved. Number 8, Pat.
Number 8. I got Malcolm Jones. Was Brian Jones's brother. Another tough guy. Llew, Andrew Llewellyn.
Yes, Llew, yeah.
Yeah, Llew, another good guy. Obviously, a youngster to me at the time. Jakey Powell was another.
Yeah.
Another handful, abrasive boy. Was this Ghana was a good 8.
Yeah.
Gives you credit.
Yeah.
Could be 6 or 8, Richard.
Yeah.
Rob Bailey was another boy.
Yeah.
Moved into the front row eventually, but good guy. But the guy I've gone for, mate, is Neil Sturgis.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Oh, Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
somebody wanted your team, mate, didn't he? Somebody wanted your team. Yeah.
But intelligent player, Neil. Knew the game. He won right to sort of roll his sleeves up and get stuck in on match day, and had a few death stares off Neil over the years, and but yeah, good guy to have a new team, like I think that as well. Neil was like and being abrasive, but a good thinker on the park, like
that's a great pack. Great pack. Wow. Fair play, but that is strong. We'll go on to scrum half now.
Scrum half. They said I mentioned earlier on, Alan Powell was sort of started as senior player when I moved into the seniors. Tough cookie, Alan. You had Mike Clement then, who was phenomenal player. Mike was very strong lad. Senior man off people for fun, like lifting them off the floor. Strong guy. And then youngsters then who come through, Stu Turner, Stu Wilcox,
great guys.
Turner's oh god, good lads, but one player who stands out for me, and I think he could have gone a little bit further if you put his mind to it as well, and is Chris Davis.
Chrissy Davis,
Chris Davis had everything. He had the skills, he had the speed, his kicking game was good, his passing game was good, and as a kid he was with Swansea, and I think he toured with them as well. But only Chris could explain why that didn't work out. But he was an incredible player. He'd beat players for fun, man. He had a knack to run at players. He'd have the ball in his hand and he'd be actually feeding the ball to him. And he'd take it off, and then he'd sort of just whip it in last minute, and he'd just skip past him. But bit of a firecracker as well, Chris.
Flipping lunatic. I played with him for the seconds a few times. Yeah, what a guy. And coached him a few times as well. It's funny.
Chris was had all the qualities made for me as a 9, so he gets my vote, mate.
He's in, mate. Good shout. Who's he partnered with? Who's out of that?
A couple of guys that got my glass on. Two guys come to mind. Steve Thomas. Tomo was first team 10 when I was in the seniors. Hell of a boot on Tomo. Kick goals for fun. Hell of a pegging him. Old Dean Morgan and Mouse was another lad come through. Paul Reese was a good player.
Yeah.
Paul Reese. How would some about Paul lad? Jesus, wept the hell of a left pegging him.
Yeah.
But again, Danny Jones was a good 10. I even got Ian Brooks down here as well. Yanto, good 10. Great
player, man. Great player.
Had all the attributes. But I think a guy who stands out for me and went through the sort of mill as well about going to the second and first. I played a lot of time with him in seconds. He was only a kid. But and that's Paul Warlow.
Yeah, Warlow.
Paul Warlow for me. I mean, his distribution skills for me were good. He wasn't the best communicator, but his handling skills were very good. He kick as well. Goal kicker. Kick for touch as well. But I think with Paul as well, I could have had a bit more time in the first. I know Jam was there at the time, but I like Paul as well. For me, he took the game to the game line. Again, his distribution would sort of back that up as well.
I think we missed him the year that we won the league, and then he retired. Then we really did miss him. Someone to control the game, and like exactly what you said, he got us ticking, didn't he? And he's up there one of the best I played with as well. Fair play to him.
And and his defense was good as well, Paul. He wasn't shy tackle, I've seen him smash a few people in seconds.
No arms, just stick a shoulder in.
Loves the old shoulder. I think he dropped a few people over the years with the shoulder jab.
You won't get away with it these days. Yeah, you won't get away with it these days. You'd be knackered. Brilliant.
That's why he retired. Yeah, so Warlock, yeah.
Left wing.
Again, I look at the time I mentioned about 6 or 7 lads who could playing on the wing for the first, like, poor. A couple of guys I got written down. Guy Ian Leckie was one. Ian, quick lad, like lightning. I think his photographs up in the club. I'm not sure he played for Welsh colleges.
Right.
He's a quick lad. Mark Isles. Mark Isles is a very good winger. Mark could play 15 wing, centre if he had to, but Mark established himself on the wing for a number of seasons, and powerful lad. But the guy I've gone from it is a guy named Paul Miles, Ginger Miles.
Right.
Paul was a big lad for a winger, you know, and but had some gas as well. But a powerful winger. Yeah. And could score tries. He knew his way to the try line.
He's a finisher as well.
He'd finish him, mate. And you know, he many a time in a tight game, and Paul would sort of get the match winner. A lot of time for Paul as well, and he gets my vote, mate.
Paul Miles, okay, mate, he's in. Right then, your centres, 12 and 13.
Centres, Christ. You know, an obvious choice would be Mark John. Mark John, you know, captain of the club for years and legend. Played with Mark, youth rugby, senior rugby, you know, and you know, great player. You know, Mark's down there as a name I got down, and a lot of time for Mark. And Clive Ford, tough centre. Sam Maddock was another good guy. Obviously, I'm not jumping generations here, you know.
Yeah, it's good.
But I got down from him at the 12 was Simon Llewellyn Whiskey.
Oh man, I loved Whiskey. I loved Whiskey. Brilliant.
I tell you what, you know, I think Simon was obviously around the same time as Mark, you know, and you know, Mark was eldest slot in there, you know. But Simon was, I tell you, he gave you game night every time. Yeah,
he's strong, but so strong.
Powerful man. You know, and defensively, nothing go through him.
No.
Nothing at all, you know. And I know Whiskey was Andy with the old Dukes as well, like.
Yeah, he was Andy to have that, didn't it? Yeah.
But a lot of time with Simon, and you know, a lot of respect for Simon, and so he gets my vote, mate, at 12.
Brilliant, man. What a top man. Massive respect for him.
Yeah.
Who was he with? Who was his 13?
13. Again, I'm looking at the selection, right, and it's like I got my playing head on and my coaching head on, and thinking, oh, Jesus, what? So again, all the different players are running around my head. But 13, played a lot of time with Clive East. Yeah. Clive East, big, powerful guy, pacey man. And then you get outside channel with Clive, right? Play on a wing with Clive. Maybe 2v1 every time. Because he either
created like
bosh the 13 out the way, or he go around him.
Yeah.
And, you know, create dream for a winger.
Yeah.
So Clive East was one up there. Nigel Bevan, another. There's a lad who played for a couple of seasons, but Andrew McCready. A couple of boys my age might remember him. Andy was a good 13. The guy I've gone from it is Neil Wilcox.
Coxie, brilliant.
I remember Coxie coming out to youth as well. I think he'd captain the youth.
Yeah, he had,
in his last year. So Neil come through and you could see it straight away. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's not so much pressure in the second. You know, a little bit more relaxation, not so much pressure on him. But you could see he had a bit of class about him. Like,
yeah, different level.
You know what I mean? And
definitely.
A pacey boy, another strong lad defensively.
Defensively, one of the best I've seen.
Man. You know,
one of the best I've seen.
Outstanding, you know. But I think Neil went out to play for Quins.
Yeah, he did. Ebervale, I think, Neath as well.
Ebervale, had a scene, and also he could, you know, the court he was there, like, so. Yeah, Neil gets my vote, mate.
I saw him walking the other day, mate. He's looking good. He's in good shape. I think he had his he had his boys top one. I think he was sprayed on or taken in. Like, you know, I don't know. He's stuck in.
I think when he's ordered t-shirts at the club, he's going for extra small.
Yeah.
His guns are so big, like.
Get his guns out, like. Yeah, top man. Very similar to Stuart Miller in my eyes as well. Like, two experienced boys, brilliant.
Yeah, good man.
You're 14, mate. Who's on your other wing?
14. Paul John. Paul John was again started himself up with Boney for a number of seasons as well. You know, a lot of time Paul played with Paul and against Paul, and full as well, Paul.
Yeah.
pacey lad, you know, lots of gas.
Good finisher.
And a finisher. Yeah. I got down another lad, Steve Marnie, more from Skew, and Steve was another one. Very, very quick guy. I got Lee Rogers.
Jolly.
Rogers was Jolly could finish mine.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
You know.
He's flying, isn't he, Jolly? And he's strong as well.
Strong lad. But there's one guy sticks out from you, mate. A guy named Di Howells.
Okay.
Di was another tall, rangy winger, pacey man, you know, and I scored tries with fun. I think I had the record. I think Mark John alluded to it when he spoke to him for the season. And phenomenal try scoring record.
Yeah.
And unusual for a winger, could kick as well, mate.
God, a winger that can kick.
Yeah. Not shitting the ball.
Not shitting into touchdown.
Yeah.
You get in my team anyway. If any winger who can kick would be in my team anyway.
Yeah. But they could kick goals as well, you know, good goal kicker as well, you know. But yeah, so another finisher for me, mate, and they always gets my vote there, mate.
Strong, mate, strong. Okay, you're 15. Who have you gone for?
Again, I've got so many bloody players down. Chris Lewis was a very, very good player. Could hit the line, quick guy, defensively solid. Sammy Morris is another one.
Yeah.
Sammy, solid player. Couple of games with Twiggy.
Yeah.
With another Howard's of a boot, like.
Ridiculous.
Wow. But there's one guy again, looking across all the sort of, I try to sort of get the eras right and the ranges right.
Yeah.
But a guy who stood out for me was CLS Med.
Med. Oh,
Med,
yes.
Big powerful winger.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, a big powerful fullback. Could hit the line, and you know, you kick the ball loose to Med, and you know, he coming back to the rate of knots, and you know, and a big lad with it, you know. So
yeah,
you know, didn't like kicking much, Med.
I was just going to say that. I think it'd have helped because he couldn't kick, so the only thing he could do was run. So he just run straight and just bowl people over, like.
But man, you know, he had a spell at the first as well, and
yeah.
You know, I think his work took him away from playing. You know, I think he was working away a lot, but you know, a good guy and a solid lad at 50. You know, defensively solid.
Yeah,
you know, he mullered it like.
Yeah.
He mullered it, you know. So yeah, so Steve Ellis gets my vote there, mate.
Do you know what? Right, so, looking at this team, you know, 1 to 15, and obviously great players, but what I love the most, right, is just the mix of players, Keith, like from different eras, and it's crazy, but so you know, we played with so many talented players from so many different eras and stuff, pal. So what a team that is! I absolutely love that. Class. A lot of different names in it as well, mate. So that's always good as well, you know.
Yeah, I tried to sort of be. I said when I said I got all these players written down, I could have written more down.
Easy.
Honestly, it's like
easy.
Oh wow, you know, I could have picked like 4 teams, you know, and I think all the lads I've written down on this sheet, mate, all have done Bonamine proud.
100%.
And you know, so again. Hard not to not pick him. It's like, oh God, I left him out. I've left him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I hope I haven't offended anyone by.
Oh, don't worry about it. What do you need to do now, right? You just keep hold of this, put it in your little top pocket, and when the club is all done now, and they walk in the bar, just pull it out and say, "Remember, I picked you. Get a pint in. Get a pint in." But it might go the other way, and people might go, "Keith, you didn't pick me. You owe me a pint." So it can go either way, but.
I better bring my just pay it on my card, innit? Just pay on the card.
Just leave it by the bar. Leave it by the bar.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy doing this, mate? Did you enjoy it? And like have a chat and talk about.
You know, as I said, you know, that's why it's sort of I love a beer. It's like being on a chat in a bar, like.
Yeah.
You know, I have enjoyed it, mate. It was a bit, I wouldn't say stressful. It was nice to sort of start writing things down.
Definitely.
And all the memories start flooding back and. If I'm honest, mate, I could have spoken for another hour and a half. You know,
easily.
You know, it's just nice to have a chat with you, mate. You know, and obviously you've had some terrible, awful sort of lockdown and that. It's a bit of a pain in the ass for people.
You're right. Yeah.
But yeah, mate, this what you're doing is fantastic, mate. You know,
I enjoy it, mate.
Name out there.
Yeah, of course.
So you know, and I said, you know, it's nice to reminisce for myself for my playing days, but
yeah,
looking at yourselves, you know, going forward, you know, doing a great job with yourself and your coaching team, mate, and you've got a lovely squad of players.
Yeah,
who
yeah.
I think can do a lot of damage, and you brought some boys have signed back, which is superb, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
You know, just trying to, you know, from my way, you learn from other eras and stuff, and when the boys your age and people had the teams that were successful were having when it was really strong competition up there. So if we can create that sort of environment again, then hopefully we'll be as successful as as other teams. But just going back to you, look, thanks for agreeing to do this, mate. And for somebody who's been at the club for all these years, played all the way through, played first, seconds, thirds, youth, coached first, seconds, youth. The women, coached your boy all the way up into seniors. The amount of, I've probably forgotten other stuff, coach, mate, but the amount of effort and the amount of commitment that you've put into Bonamine, mate, is a massive testament to yourself, pal. And I take my hat to people like yourself who've nurtured talented boys who are now in the first team, who've got the right mentality, who've got the right ethos, understand Bonamine. And I'm sure that if we didn't have coaches like yourself who didn't instill that into our players, would we be as successful? Probably not. So massive thanks to yourself, and now as a coach as well, as a father now as well, and your support, yourself and Debbie, always there, mate. And it's nice to have a little chat to after the games in the bar and pick your brains, and and it's great, man. I really do appreciate this. So thanks so much for everything that you have done, and thanks for everything that you continue to do as well for the club. Absolutely top, man.
Hey, cheers.
And hopefully, mate, we can get so many people to watch this, pal, and our subscribers are going up. We're getting a lot of likes, a lot of views on these things, mate. So if everybody who does watch this can just subscribe, like, and obviously we've got this new initiative now with regards to building the future of the club and getting jerseys made and having names and stuff put into it. So I know, a lot of that links will be added onto these videos. So if anybody watching this wants to be a part of it, obviously just donate to this, and I think it's a real good idea.
Oh, fantastic, mate! It's superb, and the club's in a good place at the moment, mate. And for myself as a supporter now, I wouldn't have it any other way, and I wouldn't change anything. So I say good luck to yourself, mate. Look after yourself, stay safe, and hopefully we'll have a beer soon up top.
Yeah, mate. Fingers crossed, mate. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no worries.
Keith, top man. Look after yourself, right?
Hey, thank you, Stuart. Hey, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
No worries.
All the best. Ta-ra. Ta-ra.